Hello, welcome to Sound and Fairy Book Review. So as usual, I am Tina. Today I'm doing my wrap up for June and my what's up for July, where I talk about what I read in June and what I'm going to read in July. So as usual, a little life update. Nothing. Actually, a lot has happened, but I'm not going to talk about it here. I'm actually going to do a kind of a mid-year wrap up, mid-year check-in kind of video in the middle of July. I was going to do it in June, but a bunch of stuff imploded that I'm not going to talk about. I might talk about it in the video. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. But basically, I'm going to talk about some kind of what's coming forward for my channel for the rest of the year, as well as some updates, like maybe a new microphone. Yeah, so that'll be fun, hopefully. I'll do one of those tag videos, so you'll have some of those questions and answers and stuff like that. So that'll be exciting. Now, on to what I read this month. As usual, I'm going to rank them based on kind of what I enjoyed the most up to my favorite book of the month. So starting with Habits of the Sea. This book, I really enjoyed it for the first kind of half, but then it just kind of trickled out of interest for me based on kind of the trajectory of what it focused on in the story. Not a bad book. Definitely magical realism if you're into that, but not really a book for me overall. Then Syncopation, this is a poetry collection. I really enjoyed it, but it was kind of hard to get into at first. And then it's kind of the opposite problem of Habits of the Sea. It took a while to get into this book, and then it got really good. And then we have Hopeless Necromantic. This one was fun. It was like a light, kind of funny, cozy, kind of supposedly romantic-y. Though I didn't really find that the main couple, like that I shipped them at all. In fact, I found that they had more of like a friendship vibe going on. I was more into kind of the other parts of the story. And unfortunately, like the plot and the world building didn't really it wasn't fleshed out enough for me to really love it. But I thought it was fun. Then Cul-de-sac, this is a classic sci-fi. I really enjoyed this one. I thought it was so much fun. It was so wild and so weird and just super cool. Heaven's Graveyard, so this was a sequel kind of to, well, yeah, in a way, to Idlefire. It was great. Thought it was fun. Wasn't the same level as Idlefire for me, but I really enjoyed the kind of mystery thriller aspect to this fantasy story. The Dragon Has Some Complaints. This book was fun, same kind of level of Heaven's Graveyard, different type of story altogether, but I enjoyed it a lot. I really liked it. I had a lot of fun reading it. There were some things about it that it could have been improved on, or maybe the book didn't need, but overall, a really enjoyable story. And then we have a top contender this month, and that was the Inn at the Foot of Mount Vengeance. I thought this cozy fantasy was so fun. I really liked the kind of message behind it. I liked the trajectory of the main character. I liked the side characters. It was a little bit kind of slow in terms of pacing. I didn't mind it, but it could have been a little bit faster. And I didn't really there was a romance that I felt kind of shoehorned in a bit. I didn't really feel it that much, but I really liked this one. I'm probably going to buy this one for sure. Hell's Heart, I really, really liked this one. I thought it was an absolute delight. The way that it, tied to the source material, but was its own story, was really well done. I thought it was funny. I thought it was heartfelt. I really, really enjoyed it. But it wasn't my favorite book of the month. It was almost there. What outweighed it was Letters from the Last Apothecary. So this was a fantasy romance, not a romantasy though. And it just had such intricate world building, and I really loved the characters. I loved the kind of how we had two love stories happening at the same time. I just really enjoyed this book, and I couldn't put it down, and I thought it was an absolute delight. And so I had to give it my favorite book of the month. So for books that I'm reading next month, actually, wait, I have a shout out book first. So it's The Revenant of Saralithia. This is an awesome book. It's so cool. It's got a great kind of magic system that's very kind of minor in a sense, and then there's all these political machinations going on. It's got a really cool world building. It's a beautiful book just like in itself. It's got lovely chapter headings and like chapter imagery and things like that. I'm affiliated with the author, so that's why I'm not doing a review of this, but I just think it's such a cool book and I wanted to share it. So if you love political fantasy, you should totally check this out. And it's just great. So what am I reading next month? I am reading The Wetworks Miracle. I actually have already read this, and I have already filmed a review. I had to move my review schedule around a bit due to stuff, and this book doesn't come out till the end of July, so I was like, you know what, I'm just going to bump this one into July. I loved it. The books that I'm reading, the rest of the books I'm reading this month are going to have a hard time topping this one, so watch out for this review in a couple weeks. I'm also going to be reading for the Interstellar Book Club. Where did it go? American War. I've had this book on my TBR for probably 3 years because I got it for a birthday gift from my father-in-law, and it kept coming up in the IBC as an option to read. So I was like, I'm not going to read it until we read it for the book club. So we're finally reading it for the book club. I have a flag here because I also started listening to it on audiobook. So I was like, oh, maybe I can get a kind of jump start on it and then read it when I'm going to the cottage, and then, if I need to, I can jump back in with audiobook. So we'll see how that goes. I'm also going to be reading a old school science fiction. I'm going to be reading Tama, Princess of Mercury, because this just looks really cool, and we'll see. It's also tiny. So I'll read that on vacation too. I also have Those Are Pearls by Andre Nabon. So this is a Canadian fiction. I can't remember what it's about at all. Oh, cool. It's a historical fiction. Oh, it's about wars and stuff. Anyway, I'm very excited for this because, I only request ones that sound really, really interesting to me. So this sounds neat to me. I'll be popping that review in a bit. In terms of other books, like the ones mainly I got from NetGalley, we have The Intrigue. This book is a historical fiction kind of mystery thriller about a man that is trying to kind of grift a married woman into getting her money, but her niece also kind of wants in on the scam, and it sounds really, really interesting. And I really liked Mexican Gothic, so it's by that author. I was going to review A Fate Worse Than Drowning, but I will admit that I started it. I got about 25% in, and I was going to review it like this upcoming week, but I think I'm going to DNF it. So I don't know. I might come back to it. I wasn't feeling very well when I was reading it. Like, I was kind of like, I never sleep and nap during the day, but I was exhausted, and I don't know, I think I had a cold or something, so I kind of just like laid around in my bed dying like a Victorian woman, and reading this book. And yeah, so I wonder if maybe that was why I wasn't into it. So I'm gonna give it another shot, but we'll see. I'm going to be reviewing Cargo Hold 4, which is an SPSFC book, and I'm going to be reading another one, Cold Blood or Cold Blooded. I'll be reviewing that one too. I might be reviewing the other two that my team has been assigned at the end of the month, but it depends on when I finish them. I have to have them both read by the 31st, so I might end up reviewing them at the start of August, but we'll see. I'm also going to be reading Wild Dark Shore. Oh my god, a popular book. My sister lent it to me, and she keeps bothering me to read it, so I'm going to read it on vacation. I'm going to be reading Mostly Human Resources, which is a fun kind of fantasy, cozy thing, I think. I don't know if it's a romance or not. And then I'm going to read Elder Race because I was approved for the novella e-arc of Engines of Reason, which is the sequel, and I have not read the first one yet. So I'm going to be reviewing that and then reviewing Engines in August. Hill in the Dark Grove. I don't know what this is. It looks really cool, though, the cover. I think it's a horror book. I must have requested this a long time ago. And then The Minimalist, which is also an e-arc. I have no idea what this is. Wow. So great. But you'll be getting reviews of those too with much more detail at the end of July. So yeah, that's what I'm reading in July. I'm really looking forward to all of these books. They all sound really great. We'll see if they can top The Wet Works Miracle. I don't know. That book pretty much blew me away. So spoiler alert, I loved it. So thank you for checking out this wrap up. I need my vacation so bad. I'm so tired. Thank you.